Jake, did you hear what Paul Finebaum said on about Colorado yesterday?
About they were irrelevant? Let's play it, though.
Play it real quick, yeah.
Anyone asking whether Deion Sanders and Colorado are close to the playoffs simply doesn't understand the reality of the road. They're not going to the playoffs this year, and I'm not sure Deion Sanders is ever going to get them to the playoffs because I don't think he has the patience to stay at Colorado long enough. There's so many misconceptions out there. Deion Sanders is the best salesman I've ever seen. I personally love the guy and for what he stands for, but the program looking out has a ridiculously inflated view of itself. I heard Shedeur Sanders, who's a fabulous quarterback, say last week, "We are everyone's Super Bowl." Shedeur, you are not. You are an easy win nowadays. You got off to a phenomenal start last year, beating a couple of mediocre teams that had big names. And quite frankly, you haven't done anything since other than crash and burn. So I know that the media loves this story. We fall all over ourselves. But Colorado isn't important in college football. Deion Sanders is. He's a standalone person. He's one of the most charismatic people we've ever seen. But Colorado is nothing. They don't matter. They're irrelevant in the big picture of college football.
So, Jake, obviously, I've been hard on Paul Finebaum. Very rarely do I hear the guy say a soundbite that, I find insightful about college football, which is what he is an expert on. But this is one of the few clips I've ever seen from him that I agree with from start to finish. And even in there, he says, hey, Deion Sanders is important for college football. Shedeur Sanders is a fabulous quarterback. Deion Sanders is a great marketer. But then he criticizes some aspects of Colorado that we've been saying on this show. I agree with the clip completely. Am I crazy?
No, I agree with about 95% of it. The reality of them being, a playoff contender, that's laughable at best. I think he's pretty clear. I wonder about Deion's patience, right, at Colorado. I think that's a valid point. But I do think he was wrong on a couple things. One, saying that Deion Sanders is important, but Colorado isn't. Colorado's actually got a pretty decent football tradition. They can pack that bad boy out. They have responded, and they have put themselves in a place where they have a chance to be very, very competitive down the road. Now, we'll see if that comes to fruition. So I don't think the shot at Colorado's football tradition or those fans I don't think that was spot on. But the analysis of where they are as a team, but I guess you could say Shedeur just don't say anything, but I mean, what else are you supposed to say? What are you supposed to say? Man, yeah, we're going to get our ass beat. We're, nobody even cares when they play us. But maybe don't say we're their Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You can be complimentary of your own team. But, I don't understand what the other thing that you say is to that. So, yes, Paul is about 95% right there. Just, I think the shot at Colorado was a little bit unnecessary because if you go back and look, Colorado has had points where they've been really, really relevant. Look at Cordell.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's how I feel about it.
Blaine, how did you hear it then? Because I don't take it as Paul Finebaum taking shots at the legacy and the history of Colorado necessarily. And plus, I've been saying, Colorado fans should embrace this and be excited. What, should they just not be excited because Deion Sanders has brought all sorts of eyeballs? I took it as Colorado is not important right now. The most important part of that was the inflated ego part of it, not going to the college football playoff and winning a national championship, even though that's what we've been promised this season that's upcoming.
Yeah, this Colorado feels like that bug that flies around you all the time that just won't leave. Like Georgia, all the big dog, the top dogs, and you're trying to get your work done, and this little fly just keeps flying around. It's like a little 5'8" guy who thinks he's 6'7". All right, you're not. You will keep hitting you. You keep getting up. That's great. But there's a difference between confident and it's being cocky. And the glazing of this out tells you how strong the media can be and how many people it can turn to believe that Colorado is going to be a playoff team. Guys, and not even only after they just won 4 games, okay? Even before last year, it started, you would have thought Colorado was going to be the best thing since sliced bread. It's a story everybody's clinching onto because it's Deion Sanders, it's bright lights, and everybody loves it. It's flash. It's a flash in the pan because the difference is when you go play the big boys, all right, like you're not even the biggest boys, you're an 8.5-point favorite against North Dakota State week 1. You want to talk about something crashing and burning? You lose that game, buddy, you think this is bad? It's going to get really deep really quick.
Well, it does add a juicy layer to college football. I will say that.
Oh, it's fun to look at.
It brings in a lot more eyeballs.
Colorado's a girlfriend. It'll never be a wife. What's up, YouTube? Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Crain and Company gives you the best insights of everything. And right now is college football. Make sure to put on notifications so you see every post we put up. Thank you. Much love.